Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to lesson 7 of your unit 4 lesson for today. So, I hope that you've been enjoying our lessons throughout this Don Quixote Adventures of Don Quixote for unit 4, and that you're really enjoying learning about him and his silly character. Okay, so let's dive into lesson 7 to see what we're going to learn today for reading. Okay, so we have our core vocabulary words for chapter 9 and chapter 10 that we're going to be reading today. So, another interesting thing, you boys and girls, I want to focus on today or just bring some attention to is that here, if you have your reader at home with you, these numbers here tell you what number and what page number you will find these core vocabulary words. So, for example, duel, which is a noun, a fight, that means a fight between two people with weapons, is on page 25. So look for those words and highlight and underline them so you can see and identify how these words are being used throughout the chapter. Hey, your next core vocabulary word is scheme. It is a clever plan or plot to get or to do something. Your next core vocabulary word is caravan. That is a group of people, animals, or vehicles traveling together. Okay, your next core vocabulary word is fearless. It is bold, which means fearless, boys and girls. And then your next core vocabulary word is hardy, which is foolish, dangerous, or daring. Okay, your next core vocabulary word, or your last one, is dumbfounded, which is shocked or surprised. Okay, boys and girls, so these are your core vocabulary words. Make sure as we're reading, you're identifying them, underlining them if you have your reader at home with you, just so that, again, you can identify how they're used throughout this chapter. Okay, so our guiding question, the question that we're going to keep at the back of our mind, is how can people with different personalities and goals get along? So let's think about that as we read chapter 9 and 10 together. And also, boys and girls, as we listen and read, we're going to learn to learn the identity, rather, of the Knights of the Wood and what happens between Don Quixote and lions. Okay, chapter 9. Don Quixote and Sancho were sleeping in the woods when a noise awakened them. Two men had come on horseback. One of them got off and invited the other to stay. There was good grass for horses and peace and quiet for thought, he said. Don Quixote looked carefully. One of them was wearing armor. Sancho, my brother, adventures before us, he said. The other knight heard voices and asked who was there. Don Quixote answered, and they got together. The two squires took off in another direction. The life of a squire is indeed hard, isn't it? The new squire said. It wouldn't be so bad if we ate regularly, Sancho replied. The other one took food out of his saddlebag and they shared it. Then they watched the stars for a while and fell asleep. Their masters were neither eating nor sleeping. The other knight, who called himself the Knight of the Wood, said to Don Quixote, "The proudest moment of my life came when I defeated the famous knight Don Quixote de la Mancha. I made him confess that my lady Casanea is more beautiful than his Dulcinea. I don't know, I don't doubt that you have defeated the bravest knights in Spain, but not Don Quixote de la Mancha," the self-same said. "Maybe someone who looked like him, but not him." "Oh, no, I can prove it to you. He's tall, thin, he has a pointy nose, a fallen mustache and grayish hair." The other knight boasted, "His squire is a farmer by the name of Sancho Panza. His horse is named Ronciante, and the lady of his dreams is Dolincia del Topozo. It was absolutely false that you have defeated Don Quixote de la Mancha. I am Don Quixote de la Mancha, and you have never defeated me. I'll prove it to you with the strength of my arms." "So will I, as soon as the day breaks," the opponent said confidently. Sancho was speechless when he heard the news. A duel? He feared his master. The other squires suggested they too fight while their masters fought. That was the custom in his homeland, he said. Sancho replied that he was not going to fight. He had been a peaceful man all his life and intended to remain one. Boys and girls, isn't that strange or ironic that he says that? Why do you think that? Why do you think it's strange or ironic that he says he had been a peaceful man all his life and intended to remain one? In broad daylight, Sancho. Okay, boys and girls, we're running out of time in this video, so I'm going to stop right here and come right back and pick up where we left off, right at this paragraph here.